What's up, everybody?
Hi, Chad.
Kevin, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
You know what? I'm great.
Wait, I'm better now.
Take a sip. Drink. Everyone drink with
Better.
Kevin. Or drink a couple seconds behind Kevin because you won't see this because of the lag. Oh, gosh. No, I'm good. I got a new mattress.
Oh, that's right.
We
You
went
did get a new
from
mattress.
super soft to extra firm, sleeping on rocks. My back feels amazing. I got a 4-month-old that's starting to learn how to sleep. I'm not a zombie right now.
Wow.
It's incredible.
Life's looking up, right?
It's looking up. How about you? Tell the people how you're doing today.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Still, I think I'm still recovering from a weekend of
Celebrations.
adult beverages and Packer wins and birthday celebrations and so forth. Lack of sleep.
Yeah. Lack of sleep.
What else we got?
We got Rick Cox
Rick Cox.
in the house.
What up, dog?
He's here. He's here. He's here.
We can start now. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it. You finally made it again. Although your first comment.
Oh.
So, you know what? I take back everything I said about you. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a very, very fun show for you tonight.
Where are we right now?
We are at the Brew Fitness Studio here in Milwaukee.
Brew Fitness.
And as always, as you can see, well, we're getting cockeyed here.
We are a little bit.
The official
Right.
sponsor of the show. Let's bring this up here. You can see it in front of us. They gave us, would you call that oversized? This table
is
skirt is-
slightly oversized.
Ed's
What
in the
up, Ed?
house. Hopefully your son is sleeping.
If not, you just woke him up by yelling like that.
Yeah, I probably did. It's fine. It's fine. Ferber.
You don't care.
Ferber
Your
method.
kid sleeps through the night now.
Yeah, it's great. Let's do this real quick. We're
Do
going
it.
to cut away here. We have the official sponsor of the show, Healthy Roster. Go check out our friends Dan and the gang at www.healthyroster.com. Man, I'm excited for tonight's show.
Why? That's the 8th time you said that tonight. What are you excited about?
Our fat. Not going to lie. I'm jacked about the fat.
I am too.
One
Because
of-
I finally
Yeah.
I'm going to know what the hell you're talking about in Blacklist.
Yeah, you know. You've been there. We've got Blacklist as our fictional athletic trainer.
That it is.
We're going to go back to the ice bag well here, the alternative ice. We're going to try not to talk about my balls too much,
But, I mean, that's why we're going to talk about it.
but we're going to talk about ice.
Do you think, hey, this just came to me.
Okay.
Because it's live,
Yeah.
I want to know if, like, Ed or Rick or whoever else is on, say hi, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you guys normally listen to us on the podcast, like, on double speed or, like, time and a half or anything? And now do you think,
Is it
like,
weird?
oh, man, these guys talk slow.
You listen on 1.2?
I do the 1.25 or whatever that is. Yeah. That's what I do.
I tend to listen to my podcast at 1.5.
You do, and it's hard for me to keep up.
That's what my wife says too. It's hard for me to go to normal speed now. Oh, trust me, I'm all jacked up on sugar over here. But all right, I'll do one.
All right. I'm liking this comment feature.
Zach.
This comment feature is cool. What's
Yeah,
up,
well,
Zach?
now that, I mean, this is the third or fourth time we've done it, so I'm starting to learn the keyboards over here.
You're learning the keyboards?
There's going to be more features, too, we're going to be able to do with this. It's going to be fun. Like tonight's feature topic, Kevin and I had something planned, and I didn't quite know how to pull it off, and I think in a week or two, we're going to be able to do it.
Yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out.
So it's going to be good. We got ice.
Is there anything we
got
need to cover
couple
from
ice.
last week?
Couple ice topics tonight.
We do have some.
Our friend or
ice,
foe is sort of ice related.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
Looks like most of the followers, like Zach and Ed, normal speed. That's so bizarre.
Good for you.
So we don't sound drunk right now. Because if you listen at a higher speed and then slow it down, people always like you're drunk.
Wow. I would think it's just the awkward pauses is the biggest thing. Or when I'm like, and then I start talking again.
Our early shows, there were some Hell of pauses.
Hella pauses. Hella pauses.
Mostly because we had no idea what we were doing.
I think it was also like you were afraid to talk into the microphone. You were afraid to say something because you were like, oh my God, this is going to be forever. This will be recorded on the internet forever.
Yeah.
Do we need to wrap anything up from last week? Any polls? Anything like
No,
that?
I think
No? Okay.
as the live stream goes, now we're doing the polls beforehand.
Is there anything in social media world we need to talk about?
You mean Candid_ATC on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook? No, I think they'll tie into some of the segments tonight.
Okay, cool. If somebody's not watching this live and they're like, what? This is live? Where could they have done that?
I mean, YouTube at Candid Athletic Training. But if you want to do the live,
CandidAthleticTraining.com.
Yeah. If you want to do the live stream, go to our website, CandidAthleticTraining.com, and click on memberships.
Yeah, memberships. There's a few on there.
It's just your way of saying thanks for doing what you do, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for making me laugh once a week.
Or maybe it's your time to choose your own adventure. Where do you want to experience the Candid Athletic Training guys?
Maybe you think this podcast needs your help.
How much of a discount do you want in the store? You know? How much do you want to take control of one episode for that full, what do we call it? The whole shebang.
The whole shebang.
Ooh.
I want to know, to the people live streaming right now, do you actually laugh out loud when we say anything? Because we make each other laugh.
Do
we think we're funny?
Is there any...
But is there laughing out loud
LOLs?
like, I can't believe you guys actually said that? Or is it just we're just dumb and we're like dad joke funny?
Like that. That was dumb.
What?
I put LOLs. I don't know if you see it on your side, right?
No, it'll pop up.
Oh, well? Okay.
I'm behind on the comments, but I'm ahead on everything else over here. I don't know. It's so weird.
At least you got something going for you over there.
Not much.
Should we get into a show?
Yeah.
All
Let me do this. All right, here we go.
And we're back. I just noticed there's a little timer on here too that I can watch that tells me how long the song's going on. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Thanks, Rick.
This was good.
Hold on. The timer on that does what?
So there's like see this little music note thing? When I hit music, it times down.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Where do you want to
start? Rick, tonight will be the first time.
We hope. Or the last. What are you going to do?
I don't... Mid-squat. Well, Zach, okay, what's worse, Zach? LOLing, mid-squat, or farting? Because I've done both.
I don't know which one made his back blow out. I don't want either.
I fart a lot when I lift. I'm not going to lie.
Do you really?
Yeah, don't tell Ryan. Because I haven't lifted in forever. You don't fart?
Oh, of course I do, but I'm not I don't fart more when I lift. I'm trying to, do you think the act of working out and lifting makes you fart more? You think you're just freaking Valsalvoing everything or what?
Yeah, I try. Well, my reflexes is...
It's loose?
Man, I got the worst.
All right.
Yeah.
You mean acid reflux?
I'm a gassy individual.
You are a gassy individual. Good thing it's not smell-o-vision.
It's the gluten.
It is the gluten, and you used to be gluten-free.
I had just came up...
You don't care anymore. What?
Yeah, you're right.
You just came up with what?
A fat.
A gluten-free versus what?
No. I was thinking about I don't know why. Mid live stream, I was just my mind wandered for a split second. It never does that.
Yeah. Wow.
WandaVision just came out.
Yep.
And we've never done a Wanda and Vision. Well, we should do them.
Hence WandaVision.
Shit.
Okay. Truth be told, that took me until a few weeks ago to be all right, I get it.
Come on.
I get it.
Yeah.
No, for real.
Really?
I just always thought it was this is the world according to how Wanda is seeing it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait it.
It's Vision.
Wait a second. Yeah, I'm an idiot.
All right. That's
Where do you
okay.
want to? Do you want to start somewhere? Do you want to keep bantering? What do you want to do?
No, let's start.
All
Let's go somewhere. Where do you want to go?
Pick it. Pick it.
Let's. You know what? I'm hype. Let's get more hype here. Let's go. Fictional athletic trainer.
Fictional athletic trainer.
We're doing one of my favorite TV shows of all time. It's for sure in my Mount Rushmore.
Should have wore a different hat today. Should have wore my fedora-ish looking hat.
You have one?
I mean, not exactly like
Oh,
Raymond's.
Oh.
I got more like I'm going to an island. Sure. Like, yeah.
Okay, so where
Is that a fedora? It's not a fedora.
It's is it more of a bowler? No, it's not a bowler.
It's not a bowler. Bowler's like Charlie Chaplin. Like,
You're right. You're right.
yeah, keep going.
I was now years old when I realized it was WandaVision. Thanks, Ed.
Yes.
Yeah, Wanda.
Yes,
and
I
Vision.
was.
Yeah, well, that's what we bring. Okay, so Blacklist to me, for sure in my top 4 favorite TV shows of all time. Love it. What about you? I know you've been binging it. You're not all the way caught up, but you're like 3/4 of the way through. How do you like it so far?
I like it a lot. I will say it took me at least the entire first season to be like, okay, I get why you and your significant other and my significant other really like it. It took at least till then.
Really?
Yeah.
I was hooked after like the first episode. I thought the ending of the first episode, I was like, holy frick, what's going on?
You know,
here?
and so it's a blur. Like,
Yeah.
Because I've watched so many. And so
I get
like,
it.
think
That's why people love binging, and I actually prefer it the other way. I like the week to week, like the think about it, talk about it, break it down, what's going to happen next.
And I will say, in this case, if I would have just watched the first episode and that's it, and taken a break, it probably would have been more impactful. It definitely would.
Yeah.
We have been trying to watch the season finale and then don't watch the next one.
Talk about it, break.
Yeah, because I do think that's kind of a lost thing in our world now with Netflix and everything. But
binging.
is it in my top 5? I can't say it's in my top 5.
All right, what are your top 5?
Oh,
Top
geez.
4, Mount Rushmore. That's what we do.
Really tough. The Simpsons.
Holy cow.
Left field?
Yeah.
Really?
For me, I just didn't.
I have gone back now. I have because it's on Disney Plus.
Okay.
That will be something I just put on, and it's like
Background noise.
oh my god, do I love this show?
Okay,
and I chuckle
okay.
the whole time. Give me a sec. Keep going.
All right.
I'm still finding his hat.
Okay, for me, originally the King of the King show was 24.
Yep.
So this is the most hype I've been for Fat since episode 24 when we did 24.
Fedora.
It is okay.
Yep.
So I got 24 was like my ultimate show. Blacklist and Sherlock are like right there.
Okay. I'm glad you said
Like
Sherlock.
those top 3. And then after that, it's kind of like How I Met Your Mother and Ozark battling for 4th place.
Ozark's up there.
I like Ozark.
Okay.
It's well done.
So okay. Favorite show of all time, by far,
Yeah.
is Top Gear.
I would have guessed that.
That's my favorite show of all time.
It's a different style of show though. Like most
Along
people,
with,
it's not like an
their newer show on Amazon,
Okay.
which is the Grand Tour. But no, like that show will be with me forever. Like I'll just always watch it,
Okay.
and I love it. Because I think I have determined if I wasn't an athletic trainer, I'd be doing something with cars. Mm-hmm. For sure. It keeps coming up, so maybe I should quit my job. I think Sherlock's on my list too.
Oh my God. It was so good.
I think it was so good that I don't know if I haven't watched it again.
yeah.
Well, did I watch it with Jackie?
Ozark is the shit. Yeah. If you're watching, give us what your Mount Rushmore top
please
4
do.
TV shows are, and we'll get to them. Oh, Zach says.
Atta baby, Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
you
knew we were
said
best friends.
Top Gear, Simpsons, Sherlock.
Yeah.
That's 3.
So like The Walking Dead used to be up there. Lost used to be up there. How I Met Your Mother's a tough one. That's still. I don't know if I can do it yet. I don't know. I can't do it yet. You still gotta give me some time.
Well, let's get into
Blacklist isn't. I don't think it's in the top 5 though.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
I think Blacklist to me.
5 to 10. 10
I also
to 20.
really like Criminal Minds is a really good show. I think they're like equivalent.
Okay.
Similar types of shows too. I also feel like I'm forgetting something.
Yeah, we're always.
You put me on spot. It's live.
I mean, there's all those like Sopranos. Oh, Breaking Bad. You know,
Breaking Bad's not on mine.
Yeah.
I understand why people like it, but it's not on mine.
Yeah. The Office, The Wire, Park and Rec.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like there's another like comedy.
Rick is watching TV with my wife. The Office and Park and Rec. All 24/7 in my house.
That was dangerous.
Yeah.
Watch yourself, Rick.
Okay.
Yeah. You keep going.
Or I was going to start getting into characters here.
Oh,
Blacklist. We'll give these. Yeah. So Blacklist.
Yeah. Give us all your stuff.
So for those who haven't seen it, it's about this FBI profiler. She's new to the FBI. The number one most wanted criminal in the world turns himself in and says, I only want to deal with her. Turns out they have some sort of relationship, implied relationship. He basically keeps turning in criminals in order to help for them to work together.
Correct.
And there's just this like ever-evolving story.
Yeah.
So you have a task force.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say 4 main people on the task force. There's been a few others, but the ones that have been through all the seasons. Liz, who's the main protagonist,
Yep.
I would say. Harold Cooper, who's kind of the boss.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wrestler, who's kind of the right-hand man.
Mm-hmm.
And then Aram, who's kind of the IT guy.
Yep.
They're the 4 quote-unquote good guys.
Correct.
And then I think we should discuss the 2 main,
Which is Raymond Reddington.
Raymond and his
Dembe.
who's his like right-hand man.
Yeah. He's his driver.
His
he's
number
his bodyguard,
2. Yeah,
he's
everything.
He's everything.
Now, before we get into that, there's a few other henchmen that I really want to give honorable mention here.
Me too.
There's 3.
Okay. Bring it.
So we got Mr. Kaplan.
Yep.
Who's the cleaner?
The cleaner.
She cleans up all of the messes.
All of it.
All right. We also have Bentley. Bentley's the interrogator, the guy with the CO2 tank.
I think his name's Brimley.
Oh, Brimley. Sorry,
Yeah.
You're right. Brimley, who's coming in there. I need another goat.
I love that guy. But he's the interrogator.
Yeah.
He always gets an answer.
Always. And then
He uses odd forms of torture to get the answer.
yeah, like goats and
Like goats,
honeybees.
bees. I mean, yeah.
Okay, and then third
Uh-huh.
is Glenn.
Yes.
Glenn is the guy at the driver's place. He's like
he
the
works
PI.
at the DMV.
He's the private man. He's like, hey, Reddington comes. I need you to find somebody.
Correct.
So I was thinking about those in terms of the athletic training room. Which one would be most valuable? The cleaner, the interrogator, or the PI? You have to find an athlete
Yeah.
when you don't know where they are.
Not Glenn. I don't think he's really good at finding somebody, but I don't think
Just the role. Which, if you could hire one person, a person to do one of those tasks, which task would you want? You want the cleaner? You want the interrogator?
as an athletic trainer, which
Yeah.
task do I want?
You get to subcontract. You're hiring.
Raymond Reddington's hiring me.
No. You're running an athletic training room.
Okay.
I'm going to give you $10,000 stipend to just give to one person. It can be a person that does one of those 3 roles.
Well, it has to be one of those 3 characters.
Well,
it can't just be a random interrogator.
Okay.
And I'm going Brimley.
You're going.
'Cause I
You
want to
want.
know all the answers.
So you want
And-
the most help with evals.
Yeah,
You want to lock down the truth in the eval.
I do actually. And if anything, because he could find that answer, and then I just have to work from there.
Yeah.
Like, and then
See, for me, I want Mr. Kaplan. Cleaning up when you're done doing all the work is just like, just let me just go. You clean up. I'll start fresh tomorrow.
all right.
That's what I would. That's what I would choose.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah, it's what you
Okay.
want to choose.
So
I was trying to convince myself in my head to go Mr. Kaplan, but I think I stay with the interrogator.
okay, so let's.
Specifically him, because he's hilarious.
He is pretty funny,
Glenn's hilarious too, though. But also, like
annoyingly funny.
you just do that all the time. Okay, so let's get to the main characters.
Yeah, where do you want to start? Who do you want to start with?
Well, Elizabeth, she's technically one of two of the main characters. Mm-hmm. She is an FBI profiler. If you haven't watched the show, she's an FBI profiler. So, again, she's going to be really good at the history. She's going to be really good at the eval. She's going to be really good at, like,
Reading nonverbal cues.
yeah. And
Body
just
language.
getting to some answers that maybe somebody else couldn't get to because she's seeing patterns in somebody.
You know who she is? She's the NFL concussion protocol person standing on the sideline watching people
Yeah.
going, oh, that person's concussed, get him out.
I think so.
Which comes into play this last weekend.
It did.
Twice.
Big time.
MVPs, watch out. Except our good friend.
Except our good friend. He's fine.
He had a concussion once upon a time.
I also don't think, man, like, I mean, really, like, hoping Patrick Mahomes is okay. Like, that one was scary. I mean, Lamar.
I didn't really see it. We were. I was at work when it happened, and
I think for me, two scary things. One, you see him like lock up, and like his like he clearly has like no awareness of what he is right in that moment. Which I looked up because I couldn't remember like what that's called.
Corticate.
Yeah, but it's all specifically. I think there's like a more general term. It's called fencing, and it's based off of like it's based off babies. Like they do this, and it's just a sign that something happened to your brainstem. And same thing with decorticate or whatever, and then the cerebit or whatever, right?
Yep.
It's just whether or not like somebody's
Yeah, it's
right.
in or out.
Yeah. And I think anytime that happens, right, it even happens, somebody gets knocked out in a boxing ring, right? But then 2 minutes later, they're fine. Like, I mean, in reality, they're completely aware, everything's okay. But the only thing that scares me about his is the mechanism was like the guy, like the defensive player, like had the back of his head, like, and was almost creating like tension to his brain, like to his spinal cord, and then he hit his head on the ground. And so there's just, I think there was a very vulnerable time that something could happen. Versus Lamar Jackson was the classic, just like he hit the back of his head on the ground. Which, you know, as we all know, the smallest concussions can sometimes blossom into these horrible long-term things. But I mean, really, honestly, hopefully those guys are okay. I know there's a lot of social media talk about the Chiefs and, you know, Pro ATC is
Rick
like
Burkholder,
the concussion guy of the NFL, I think right now, or I mean, I think he leads the NFL in a lot of things. I mean, whether or not it's just his exposure or not, but he gets a lot of pub, and I trust that, you know, he's in good
he's gonna
hands.
do the right thing.
But I think
Lizzie, back to Lizzie. Or are you still on concussions?
no,
Go ahead.
I guess just because we brought up concussions, but like I think one cool thing is that Tori Lindley tweeted out
yeah,
that like
learn it
it's-
as a using tool.
and like, hey, high school athletic trainers, listen, like Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson just got taken out of the game, and now one of those teams can't go to the Super Bowl for millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah,
Like, so there's no excuse to ever compromise your athlete's health.
yep,
So,
agreed.
yeah. So back to Elizabeth Keene.
So here's the big drawback.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be a profiler. She could not even, under her nose, her significant other turned out to be a plant.
Yeah, even if you haven't watched the show and you plan on watching the show, we will. Spoiler alert: her husband is not truly who he says he is in the first basically season. You'll still love to watch how that all unfolds, I promise. But she didn't see that.
Yeah. So
I think you know what I think is weird is, I mean, it only happens like 3 times in at least the 6 seasons I've watched where she gets to use her profiling expertise and it actually like affects the goddamn case.
Yeah, I agree.
She bothers me.
Yeah, personality-wise, it's a little self-serving for me. But she understands people, which I think is to her benefit, or to benefit of an athletic trainer. She understands people. Decent in the field. She can handle herself under pressure. As most of all the FBI, I mean, all these characters are really good under pressure.
Absolutely.
All of them. So it's all the same there.
I think she's a little whiny.
Yep. Yeah. Personality, she's probably going to be, of the 6 of these people, she's my probably second least favorite personality-wise.
All right.
So
all right.
Anyways.
Let's go. Who next?
Who
do you want to stay in the task force?
Yeah, let's go Harold Cooper, who's the boss.
The boss.
Man.
He's the dad.
He's the dad. He's the...
Somehow always has very inspirational and moving things to say to his team.
He is the king of balancing what the rules are versus what do I need to do to rally my staff.
Yeah.
So I know Rick is watching. He's a big leadership guy. One of the quotes that has always stuck with me, managers do things right. Leaders do the right thing.
Okay.
And I think that's always stuck with me. Like, sometimes we have to make hard decisions and not do things the easy way, do things the hard way, but because that's going to pay off the most in the end. Building those relationships, those kind of things. So I think that's what he's really good at. I think he's actually going to be the best program director or sports medicine director. He's going to hire the best staff. He is really good at that.
Naturally.
Reddington would probably be good at it too. In the field, I'm not sure anymore. You don't see it that much.
Nope.
He's been in the field a few times. It's okay.
I think he would be, I mean, he does a fantastic job of speaking with higher ups in government and like negotiating with the CIA and things like that to like, hey, we need to work together in this world. I think it's very solid.
I did screw that up, Zach. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I knew it.
You know what's even, I mean, I'm laughing at you because I typed that.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm laughing inside, but more from the standpoint I was like, I read it and I'm like, yeah, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, use it as a learning tool, not learn it as a using tool. Whatever.
Learn it as a using tool.
I still can't talk. I'm still drunk. Anyways.
So drunk. Strong candidate.
Yeah. Wrestler, what do you think?
Tells the truth 99.9% of the time.
That 1% is a doozy. Have you seen his biggest hang up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm almost at the end of season 6.
I didn't know if it was season 6 or 7.
Oh, then maybe not.
I'm sure you have.
I mean, it depends on what you think his biggest hang up is.
Yeah.
I think there's one.
His past. I think his way past, from his younger past.
Oh.
From when he was a kid.
Oh, no.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Anyway, so he's kind of the goody-goody do-gooder.
Yes, he's the straight-laced, we don't bend rules for anybody. We always abide by every code, no matter what. I don't care who you are.
You can't do it that way.
Unless there is certain, to me, there's concussions.
Okay, you can do, as an athletic trainer, parts of the job. it's a part of a job, but as a whole athletic
so
trainer,
is taping.
yeah, I don't do what they taught me.
Of course you don't.
It's all art.
But some people don't do what you're taught when you were told when X, Y, and Z happened with a
all right.
head injury.
So if you want him,
I'm just being advocate or
Okay.
like
Yeah, that's fine.
devil's advocate
all
on
right,
this guy.
all right.
Yeah. Advocate devil. I'm the advocate
Yeah,
devil.
we cannot talk tonight. We should
Why?
do a podcast.
We should. Good thing it's all about the face.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
Well, wrestler's good under
Oh.
pressure. He's in the field
He's-
a lot.
Fantastic in the field.
He will check everybody else. He is pretty good at checking everybody else. He's the only one that tells. He's not the only one. Him and Harold are both good at telling Redton, you know what? We're only working with you because we have to. We don't like you. Keep your in check,
Yeah. I would
which
agree
I
with
can
that.
respect.
I would
like-
agree with that.
Sometimes your athletes get a little too loose, and you got to be. And that's foreshadowing our feature topic tonight. Sometimes you got to say, "Look, guys, enough. Knock it off."
Yep.
He'd be good at that.
He would be very good at that.
Aram,
And
the
also,
oh.
he takes over. I mean, he is the leader of the task force for a little bit because Harold can't be.
Yeah,
And he does a pretty good job at it.
yeah.
And so I think that's another mark of athletic trainers is being the boss of the room for a little bit
God, man, yeah.
when you have to.
All right, Aram,
Okay. Aram.
quack quack.
He's hilarious.
My favorite line from all of it. Quack
Quack,
quack.
quack.
You remember quack quack
Mhm,
season
I think
3?
I do. Yeah.
Quack quack, bitches.
Yeah. He's so
I
great.
laughed out loud.
He's
on
so
that
great.
for sure.
I mean, he's tech.
He's tech.
He's not very good in the field.
He's nervous in the field, but he
very nervous
he
in the
ends up
field.
doing everything okay.
Yes, absolutely.
It gets done.
At the same time, I think knows his limitations, knows that he shouldn't be honestly the one that's breaking down a door and holding a gun because it might get taken away from him.
You know, he's going to be best served as a researcher.
Yep. He's also good. Well, yes.
He's going to be your. I need to find a study on this. Can you help me find a study on what's the best hamstring exercise for
Yeah.
whatever?
I mean, and he'll find it in 0.2 seconds.
Yeah.
I think there are times he is the only one that can like get through to somebody
Yeah.
because he takes a different route. He takes the compassionate route.
Yep.
Like he's not
For sure the most compassionate person
Yeah.
in this discussion.
Mhm.
Maybe one exception. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Probably the most compassionate. You're right.
Yeah.
I love him. Personality-wise, he's one of my 2 favorite characters.
For sure.
He's probably my second favorite character on the
No,
show.
he's great. He's one.
I don't
mean,
know if he'd
he
make the
makes show
strongest
go.
athletic trainer though.
I don't think you would.
So, okay.
Don't think you would.
We got 2 left.
Yep. Dembe or Raymond.
Let's go to Dembe because we
Okay.
can end Dembe. I'm gonna just lay it out there for sure. My favorite character on the show.
So you're biased.
100% love me some Dembe. That guy would be a great athletic trainer.
Yeah.
He's the one that does all the dirty work.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps Raymond in check.
Mm-hmm.
He sees the big picture. He sees all the little details. They're fine tuned.
Speaks 1,000 languages.
He's super calm. Good communicator. He doesn't over communicate. He's sneaky
he doesn't
funny as hell.
over-communicate. Yeah.
Sneaky funny.
He is.
Like when they first started introducing him and he's in the background just playing chess or chopping up like food or whatever. He's always got like his physical character is very funny.
Well, and he-
Underappreciated humor.
One would assume he is just going to be Raymond's bodyguard.
Yeah.
Which ends up he be like also a driver. But in reality, you know, I don't think it's a spoiler to say he truly is like Raymond's only friend as well.
Correct.
Like, and he plays that dichotomy very well. He plays it, I'm going to tell you the hard truth, but I'm also going to endlessly support you.
Yeah, which is great.
And then
Which
I think he's also like, he's very just skilled at so many things.
Yeah,
Like,
he's super talented.
you just said like he was playing chess and then he was like he was cooking and like
Yeah.
you see these moments of him in the show where you're like, what? Like, not only can you speak all these different languages and kick somebody's ass and drive a car like a badass, but you can also just like whip up some fancy, dinner like in Lickety Split.
And of all these people, the most trustworthy.
Yeah.
If I have a secret and I'm only going to tell one of these people, and if it ever gets out, he's the one I'm telling because I know he's not going
absolutely
to
it would
betray
be.
anybody.
Yeah.
Every other character is going to use it. Aram, second.
Yeah, but
Aram can be broken.
But Aram can be broken.
Dembe cannot be, yeah.
Raymond would only keep it if you were his.
No, if it's to his advantage.
It's to his advantage, but then also like, if for some reason you're the one person that he doesn't hurt, I guess.
Yeah. So let's do Raymond.
Raymond,
I mean, he is a genius
genius planner, genius manipulator, genius. Like his connections, like what would like?
Oh my God, he's the most
he's-
well-connected person in the world. He's got a guy for everything, or a
Everything.
girl for everything. He's got 9 different plans. He's got like fake plans. He's got real plan. I mean,
Seems to know how things are gonna end up before anybody else.
can read people, can read situations.
He has
endless resources. Well, except for one season.
Mm-hmm.
He has to build back up.
He does.
Man, could you imagine losing all your that's like if your athletic training room had a fire and you lost everything and you had to just work with just your hands for a season, and then all of a sudden you have to like slowly build your stock back up.
Yeah, like if nobody else paid for anything for you.
Here's the thing. Does he have any, he's got people that respect him or fear him, but does he have anybody that really, he just does, the athletes will come to him because he's probably good at his job, but do they really want to see him?
No.
I
think no.
Because he's gonna be the athletic trainer that is gonna help you, but then he's gonna turn around and go to coach, and he's gonna badmouth you, throw you under the bus, manipulate the situation.
Definitely, if it meant that his career would go forward because of it, like say you're the assistant athletic trainer somewhere, and you can.
He's job hopping.
Yeah, he could definitely job hop with like a coach because that coach trusts that I'm always going to know that Raymond's going to tell me everything. And so I'm not going to, there's no secrets from that side, only if it helps him. And I just don't see him being, I don't know, like there's a lot of people in the show that he takes care of that see him in a different light than everybody else. Mm-hmm. That we don't always
just
get
don't
to
let
see.
in. Yeah.
But he is endlessly taking care of people all across the world. Now,
That's true.
He is always doing it for some sort of benefit. He knows then if I'm in the middle of Atlanta, I can go to this restaurant anytime I want because I take care of the bartender that's there and I make sure that his mom gets her medicine. I mean, but imagine how much knowledge he has to have and awareness of everything that's going on, of all these people that he knows he's sending money or he's making sure that this mom is in the right rehab facility and then making sure that everybody else is. I mean, that's a lot of athletic training of making sure your athletes are taking the meds that they need to take or they're doing the exercises they need to do. And, it's your job to ultimately at least give them that reminder.
Yeah.
And set it up for them.
Yeah.
And guide them right to the right spot. And then hopefully they're self-sufficient after a while. But That would be my like vote for him.
All
Of that stuff.
Is that your final answer? If this is Millionaire,
No, it's not.
it's Dembe.
Yeah, it's definitely Dembe. 100% is Dembe.
Man,
Because I think also Dembe's doing a lot of that.
yeah.
It's just, I mean,
All right, Dembe it is. We'll put that up. You guys can talk about it on social media this week, and we'll see if you agree. Wow, we have really,
what we got?
I don't know.
6 hours on frickin' fat.
Yeah, that
All
was a
right.
good one.
Yeah. What's next?
Friend
Friend or foe?
or foe?
Did you do something else? That's okay if you did.
No,
Oh.
I did it right.
All right.
Friend or foe here. We put it up on our social media.
Yep.
Straight to the point. The plastic rolly thing
Yep.
that you stick into the ice wrap when you're wrapping an ice bag on. Is there a technical name for that?
Plastic wrap handle.
Is that okay? Plastic wrap handle.
I don't know.
Friend or foe?
Foe.
Foe. Show.
I'm going foe. I think number one, most of them don't roll very good. I also saw a lot of comments on Twitter of you can't give the right tension, which always, I mean, that's like the essence of using the plastic wrap is that you can give tension, right?
Tension.
My hand is a good size for like the classic, I guess it's 4-inch roll or something like that. I don't know. That I can hold it with my thumb and my middle finger. And,
See, we're doing live now. People can actually see that.
and so now, you know the ones that already have a handle in them,
Oh,
like the stationary,
oh.
and you have to like perfectly like hold on to it tight, but not too tight so that it can roll with it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's the worst. But I think it's a foe. I'm straight foe. I never used them if I didn't have to.
I agree.
Meaning, back when I was at UWM, I wasn't about to tell Ox or something that you need to take all these out of here.
I know.
I don't think he liked them either, though.
I think he did.
Did he?
So I'm looking at social media.
Maybe as he got older.
We put it up this morning. 62% of the listeners say friend. 38% say foe. If we go over to Instagram, we'll just go through the comments here.
Do it.
Foe. Friend until it gets wet, then it doesn't spin. Friend, foe, foe.
Ooh, yeah, when it gets
foe
wet.
turn friend, foe, 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 foe. Depends on the day. You don't need it if you don't use ice. That's the best answer there is. Thank you. Foe, hands down. Friend for sure. Foe, friend for sure. Zach's saying big foe.
Big
Ed's
foe.
saying those handles are the dumbest effing things. I agree. It's a foe. I'm not down with it. Obviously neither one of us is an ice person, so that's a drawback. But
It's a good point when it gets wet. Doesn't work.
It's just an extra
You're
thing.
talking about an ice bag. Like, it is just an extra thing. That's another thing. If you are somebody that travels with it, that's just an extra thing.
Space
Do you
waster.
need it? Now, if you need it, I guess you need it. I don't know.
Oh, we're going to put that one up there.
Good.
Oh, that's...
Zach's on point tonight.
There it is.
Um,
Friend until it gets wet, not what she said. Never mind. That's well played. Okay, so I'm saying foe, you're saying foe. What did I say? The people said friend?
I think there was more.
What did I say?
friends.
68% friend?
Something like that.
Who
Yeah,
who
it was
gives a
almost
shit?
70.
No one's listening. Okay. We got FMK or we got our top 5?
Top 5 it is.
Top 5. Bump-a-da-da. All right, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5 this week. Brought to you by me because we don't have a sponsor for this segment yet. We're working on that. We asked the athletes this week if you are going into the athletic training room, what's the average amount of time that you're going to spend there?
All right. 30 minutes, 1 hour, 5 minutes, 2 hours, 1 hour, and 4 minutes.
64 minutes?
Yep.
I got a question. What are you doing in 5 minutes?
I don't know. I just
guess
really think a lot of athletes are like,
in and out.
I'm only in there for like 5 minutes when they're really in there for 40.
All right. In 5th place this week, 5 athletes. Nope, sorry. My dyslexia.
I guess it's on point today.
Reset. Hit the reset button here, Shad.
Yep.
In 5th place with 6 responses, 90 minutes.
Okay.
The old hour and a half. In 4th place with 7 responses, we got 15 minutes.
Okay.
Did you say that?
Nope.
No. In 3rd place with 9 responses, 20 minutes.
Okay.
In 2nd, 24 responses, 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
And in 1st place, 32 responses, basically 1 out of every 3 said 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
I think most athletes think they're in there for 30 minutes. Like, well, I'm in there. I'll put a hot pack on, and then like I'll put that on for like 20 minutes, and then I think like Chad gives me like a 2-minute stretch, and then I
go
like
to
leave.
practice. Yeah.
And then I go to practice.
So, I mean, this is
When in reality, it's like, oh, I had the pop back on.
this
for 4 minutes,
really
and Chad stretched me for 25.
really depends on the kind of athletic trainer you are.
I think also your setting and your
Are you a
sport.
modality person or are you a preventative movement person?
Yep.
Man, there can be a big range here.
Yeah, totally. I think
I would think
trying to
30
think of
is
like
probably. I mean, this kind of gets into our feature topic a little bit too, so we'll tie this in later.
I think I remember always telling guys, I need a solid 10 minutes to stretch your shoulder. And so that meant, whether or not you're in here the whole time with a hot pack on, or you're in here with a hot pack on and then you go and do something active, or you went and did a bunch of active stuff, which was my preferred thing, and then you came in when you were already sweating up the place, like, okay, yeah, I'll give you a 10-minute shoulder stretch. And that was like the daily treatment stuff, say 10 to 20 minutes.
Oh, what about your setting now? Like, okay, so you work with
50
people
minutes.
Okay, but you work with a professional athlete,
Yep,
like where he hires you and you'll work on him.
correct.
How long is that treatment?
Average,
Yeah,
just over an hour.
over an hour. Okay, I was thinking it was like a 2-hour session.
No,
Not
'cause
quite that long.
It'll be,
That's what she said.
yeah, it depends on what's happening. So if it's during the season and I'm traveling to go see him, I will treat him multiple times a day. So
Yeah.
therefore I keep them shorter so that it's like more impactful on what we're doing in that session, instead of like, let's treat everything for 2 hours multiple times a day. Like, it just doesn't help anything. But my job setting, like my clinic, is
Pretty regimented.
it's 50 to 60 minute treatments. I mean, if I'm seeing somebody every hour, which is like kind of my goal. If I'm full up on my schedule, I'm seeing somebody every hour. And so therefore it's 50-minute treatments. If I know I can have an extra little 10 minutes with somebody and go over some exercises, go over some like, hey, remember the exercise I gave you last time? Let's make sure you're still doing them right. Let's make sure you can do them better. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll do that.
I would guess in my world, it's like if you're not doing rehab, if you're not injured, you're just coming in for some maintenance,
Yeah.
20 minutes. And then
Yeah.
if you're doing some rehab, we're looking at 45 to
Yeah.
an hour.
That's the thing. Most of my patients, I'm treating something. I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have like my maybe quarter of my patients that are like, I'm coming to see you to make sure that I stay good. And those, I mean, honestly, those people I could do a treatment on them in 20 minutes to keep them good.
Yeah.
But that's not what they're paying me for. They're paying me to give the whole kitchen to them.
They want the whole shebang.
They want the whole shebang. a lot cheaper to get the whole shebang in the clinic than it is with us.
Rick, did you laugh yet? Just kidding.
Rick doesn't laugh.
I laugh, yeah. You know, it's like one of those YouTube videos where you just tell mama jokes until someone starts breaking down.
Ooh.
We'll
We
get
could
Rick
do
to
that.
laugh one time. Oh, you want to do a Yo Mama
segment.
challenge?
We could do something like that.
Yo Mama the athletic trainer?
Yeah, we could do that.
All right. We'll work on it.
Yeah. All right.
So that's your top 5.
Yep.
Oh, I did have one fun one.
What's the fun one?
Somebody said 30 minutes, but it depends on if Jeopardy is on TV.
Ooh. Well, why? A Jeopardy episode's only 30 minutes long.
Yeah,
or
you can
24 minutes.
just
probably.
time it in.
Yeah.
Was it 3 o'clock Central or was it 4 o'clock Central?
I don't know.
I want to say it was 3 o'clock. No, hold on.
Can't tell you.
I
I feel like it moved around.
Man, what did Rain Man used to say?
Don't know.
Kmart sucks. Yeah, 246 toothpicks. I think it was
You're
Jeopardy.
clearly
at
not Rain Man tonight.
3:30. Yeah, man, my brain's not
You've
functioning.
lost it. Completely lost it. Mm-hmm. Should we do our beer?
You've never seen
the
Rain
beer
Man?
top 5? Of course I have. But to quote it, no.
Okay.
I had
Oh
not.
yeah,
I can't quote Rain Man.
good. Good
Okay,
call.
let's do the beer top 5.
Somebody on social media. Who was it?
I don't know.
I got to go back. You guys are hilarious. Thank you,
So
sir.
it was. I mean, oh crap.
I'll look it up. So the
Sarah.
gist of it was
Sarah. 26.
somebody tweeted us their top 5.
Yeah.
Their top 5 beer situations. Sarah 26. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I will agree with all of them. And I will also agree with Ed on the fact that like anxiously awaiting a beer with some friends post-pandemic is great. The chilled by the Wisconsin winter air is pretty impressive. Nate and so forth. And the last one, Jason Roberts was talking about like a shower beer that did make my honorable mention. But my top 5 post-workout. So whether or not that's your run or whatever, I mean, a post-workout beer is
Beer right over there.
not right now. The
there.
keg's empty. I tapped it probably the other day.
Yeah, you did.
But I mean, literally one of the reasons I was like, yeah, I want to sign up here is because there's a keg of beer waiting for me after my workout. I said a beer from my favorite local bartender or bar, depending on if you have a loyalty to a bartender. A balcony or a porch beer. So either sitting on a balcony or sitting on your front porch beer. On hole number 3 while you're playing golf.
Why
'Cause
number
it's-
3?
Well, it's usually like,
A par 3?
no, it's just usually like one of the first times like, oh, hey, there's the cart person, whether it's a cart girl or a cart guy.
Yeah.
But like it's almost like clockwork. Like it's like the second or third hole and like you get that first beer on the golf course. It's just, it tastes really good.
All right.
Especially if like, hey man, I'm shooting pretty good already. Like I got to keep this rolling. I got to keep my good vibes going. So I'm going to have another beer.
Do you play better after a few?
Yes, absolutely.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
At least they say they do.
Yeah. No, I mean, you are more, if you just had a little relaxed, you're not overthinking a shot. You're not like tensing up about anything.
Barkley style.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then my favorite, I think it still to this day sticks out in my head, but when I came home from Biloxi the first time, and I had been gone for like 5 months, and I guess I was gone for like 7 or 8 months, and Jackie had Spotted Cow and River West Stein waiting for me on the counter, and it was one of the great. I don't even think they were cold, and I opened one of them. Spotted Cow being like a local, very local favorite beer you can only get in Wisconsin. And River West Stein is from Lakefront Brewery, which is a local brewery, but one of my more favorite beers. That beer coming home from not having your hometown beer, like, or just like that beer you're so used to having and like you've missed it after 7 months. Like, God, I can't even imagine like being deployed or something and in another country, and maybe you even haven't seen like a solid beer in like a year or something.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That was my favorite beer. Number one.
Local. All right.
Literally just coming home, having a beer. Yeah.
And Zach likes Spotted Cow.
Ooh, beer while grilling. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
That's a must.
All right. You
I
want to
didn't know you could grill without a beer.
Yeah, it's illegal here. I don't even drink, and I have a beer when I grill. All right. Let's talk about my balls.
Okay.
Just kidding, but not really.
Speaking of a beer.
FM. Oh, you got one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep talking.
All right. I'll hold this shit show down over here. You're trusting me tonight. I can't even talk straight. So a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the fact that Kevin and I are not ice people. And I had a procedure and was told to use ice on the procedure to help with the pain. And I just said no. I just said no, like drugs. Just say no. It's a good sound.
It's a great sound.
So then we were getting into all right, if you're going to have to use ice at home, what are the go-to, what are your go-to stuff? So you've got your frozen vegetables, you've got your gel packs, the reusable gel packs, and then you have the ice out of your homemade refrigerator or freezer, or heaven forbid, you got the old school tray. You got to freeze yourself.
Which I think most people do.
You got to FMK those three here.
I'm killing my at-home cubes
All right.
immediately. Because if I can't, and especially like you try to crush them with something, it's terrible.
Hold on.
What?
You just made me think of something. I saw a YouTube video today, randomly, talking about crushing ice cubes. The world record, it was a video of two guys trying to break the world record for how many walnuts they could crack with their forehead, lined up on this like 80-foot table. And they were Woody Woodpecker. Poof, 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 poof. 250 some walnuts with their forehead. Imagine trying that with
Darwin.
Natural selection. You're right. Holy cow. Anyway, so cracking ice, trying to crack ice. Would you use your forehead? Use a hammer.
No, I would not. I would not use my forehead.
Okay.
I have tried the old, when you buy a bag of ice and you slam it on the ground, and like you try to do that at home or something, it just doesn't work.
And then the bag is all
the bag gets all ripped up inside. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
With those bags, yeah.
Yeah.
But the cubes from whether it's from a tray or if it's a home ice maker, those never lay right that you can actually get good surface area to numb an area anyways. So I just get rid of them.
Okay.
And then Ziploc bags just don't work that well either. And if you are bringing home your athletic training bag, like the ice bags from your athletic training room, good for you. But still, I don't. Nah. So I will marry the peas because most pliable, get that good surface area if you're really going to ice them. And then I will F the gel because I only want to use it in an emergency. Only if I really got to, I'll do it.
Okay.
I guess that's not really effing though. Come on.
If you're married.
Yeah.
If I have to.
If I have to.
All right,
Fine.
honey. Okay. I'm killing the gel packs. You ever, because one, they're the most dangerous.
They are, but
Have you ever had someone give themselves freezer burn?
No.
Or like a chemical burn?
No.
I have.
Well,
I had
maybe.
a female soccer player who left it on their adductors too long.
Of course she did.
Fell asleep with the gel pack. I'm like, oh God, what are you doing?
I don't think I've ever. I don't think so. I definitely have had people have some.
Have you guys at home had anybody?
Reaction. Yeah.
Have you guys had anybody get freezer burn on a gel pack? Sorry, Kevin, you said you haven't.
Nice, Ed.
Yeah.
I use a cold beer. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one. No, I don't think so. It's not coming to mind. The only that I had an athlete that got a huge scar from. He had an open wound, a larger open wound, that got infected and stuff because somebody put a hot pack on it. But,
jeez, like a boil almost, or
I mean, it turned into like this huge. I think it's called a keloid scar.
oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I mean, it was like massive on his shoulder, but not a chemical cold.
Gotcha.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, I'm killing that. For sure.
Okay. All right.
So
that makes sense.
I'm stuck between the peas, using peas as ice or just using ice as ice. Stupid as it sounds. Because part of me is like, I get it. The surface area is going to be better with the frozen vegetables, only if it's peas. But if you're using frozen broccoli and it's clumped together, that might not be great either.
Well,
And at some point, I want to eat the food because my whole life is about food. So I don't necessarily know if I want to taint the bag
on your taint.
On my taint, on my anything. Even if I'm putting it on my foot, is that even better?
No.
No. So I want to keep my food fresh.
I think the idea of freezing vegetables and then thawing them and freezing them and thawing them, you shouldn't eat them anymore.
I was going to say, can frozen vegetables be fresh? No, that's an oxymoron.
I will, you know what? I've learned that it is better if you had, in an ideal situation, a organic, no chemicals, no nothing, no like fertilizers, nothing. You grew this in your backyard.
Yeah.
Your soil was perfect.
Garden to freezer.
Yeah, like farm to table kind of but straight to your freezer is probably the best way to preserve as many of the nutrients as possible, other than eating it immediately.
So it's like cryo freezing your brain.
I guess so.
Science later.
That's what I hear.
Okay.
That's what.
All right. Well, so I think I'm gonna marry actual ice.
You should.
And I'll
would.
F with the.
How dare you?
I'll F the peas and carrots. And the broccoli.
God.
I don't know. I'm kind of torn on that. I don't have a strong feeling about either way.
Let's be honest.
We're not going to use any of them, clearly.
Right.
Okay.
But sometimes you have to.
Okay. Well, then here we go. We got our feature topic of the week.
Okay.
And go. All right, we kind of hit this up before. The last 24 hours, how's Teddy Williams doing these days? I don't know. I actually just heard on another podcast that, who was it? Somebody really, 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 really smart. They stole their brain, cut it up into hundreds and hundreds of pieces to study for science. Man,
okay.
Who was it?
Who was it?
It was Einstein, maybe. I don't know if that's true or not.
Was Einstein as smart as we really think he was?
I was listening to a different podcast and it came up in Two Truths, One Lie, and that was one of the truths. I forgot who it was.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so I was walking my dog the other day and I came back into my house and we have snow here. Mm-hmm. And I had snow and wet shoes and kind of just, crappy boots on. And so I just looked at the welcome mat in the front of my house. I'm like, oh, let me use my feet on here. I'm like, oh, welcome mat. I'm like, should have one of these in the athletic training room because people have dirty shoes and track in mud and stuff like that. I'm like, does anybody have a welcome mat in an athletic training room? Wouldn't that be a nice gesture to say welcome to your athletes?
Welcome.
Welcome to the athletic training room. So I
Now
actually
get out.
I put see you later. So I put it on social media this morning, and the results are 93% of athletic training rooms do not have a welcome mat,
Okay.
which means 7% do.
So do you think 93% of athletic training rooms aren't welcoming?
Yep.
Okay.
No, I don't know. No, that's not it.
Did it
but-
have to say welcome?
No, somebody said, their mat said, welcome to the circus or welcome to the shit show or something like that. It was really funny. That'd be a fun
like
one to
that
have.
one.
Welcome to the shit show.
Welcome to the shit show.
Yeah.
That's good.
So then at the same time, then I walked into work. So after having this little internal conversation with myself at home, then I went to work today and I walked in and the athletic training room was used over the weekend and there were tables where there were like 3 or 4 pillows on a treatment table. I'm like, that's unnecessary. One
Yeah.
person's just hanging out with 4 pillows. I said, how comfortable do you need to be in here? And it was funny because our former professor and mentor, he wanted a very, very professional atmosphere. He wanted
Yes.
us to treat it as a doctor's office. No
Yes.
cussing, no swearing, keep it clean, no food, no drink. It was very, very, very tidy.
Yep.
It was very clean. And then when I went and did my internship, and I know we've talked about it, professional athletic training rooms are kind of more of that safe haven, away from the media, away from the coaches. You want the atmosphere to be very laid back, come hang out. And I was like, well, what is it? Is it one? Is it the other? Is it a little bit of both? So on a scale of friendly to professional, where are you at on this?
1. Friendly. I would definitely lean at 1. It's my personality. I think I'm gonna swear, so I can't tell my athletes to not swear.
I've never heard you swear.
I will drink in my athletic training room.
In front of your athletes?
Yeah.
Now you are working with grown-ass individuals.
Well, I'm saying I'm saying drink anything, not just alcohol.
Oh, I actually meant, have you had alcoholic beverages while working with an athlete?
Yeah, but only because it was like I had a beer because we made the playoffs, and it was like, oh hey, can you?
That's a celebration beer. That doesn't
Yeah.
count. I meant
Yeah.
like a normal day.
I have had many alcoholic drinks with athletes once the day's done, like in the athletic training room. Like
Gotcha.
all hang out, like just chill out. Absolutely. And I used to like post up at the end of my day. And I mean, there's a reason some of my athletes used to tip me or gift me whiskey. And it was because there was always
'Cause
a
they drink it
bottle.
all.
There was always a bottle of whiskey.
Bye, Alex. Thank you for letting us use your facility.
But that being said, I think the other side of it is I could never stand the exterior of coaches and administration or whatever, like front office, that tried to make my room the place that everybody should feel uncomfortable in. And it's because you're 2 things. 1, my room, not your room, my room. So just respect that. 2, if they feel uncomfortable here, they won't come here. And you can argue that athletes and so forth are getting softer and softer and softer and softer, but that's what keeps us going. Like we have to deal with the athletes that complain about everything and they want everything to be looked at, because we want our athletes to be proactive about their injuries, and we want them to be adamant that like if there is something going on, they're going to come see us and get it done. Like they're going to do their work with us. We can't have that environment if the environment is, this is not the place of, you can also come in and say hi to Chad and get a quick laugh in before you go to practice.
Mm-hmm.
I think the latter of creating very sterile, like there's zero fun, sir. Like
No fun, sir.
I mean, I just don't think it works. And maybe somebody else can operate that way. I can't operate that way. If I have an athletic training room, that room will be filled with, I want people sitting in there and having conversation and, laughing at each other and whatever. I want it.
I didn't tell any That's What She Said's today at work.
And so it was probably that's why you were
I'm
so
just kidding.
tired
There were
earlier.
several of them. The 38-year-old pregnant coworker of mine. 39 weeks.
Oh.
Holy cow. Yeah, anyways, I couldn't do this. Well, when I was younger, it's funny because now as I've become the longest tenured staff member,
Yeah.
and I think I'm just getting older and I'm not, it's harder for me to connect to the athletes now than when I was 30,
It's a good point.
31, 32. So when I
good
first
point.
started, it was music up, let's have some fun, Club Engelman, dance party, like feel comfortable. And now part of it's, I'm a little bit older and I have a hard time necessarily I shouldn't say a hard time connecting, but I will also say that
It's not as easy
I
when
find
you're
it-
26.
yeah, I find it now, though, that the athletes it's easier for them to say some things that I feel are inappropriate, where before they knew, look, we can have fun, but there is a line. Now the athletes are like, I don't care where the line is. I want to say what I want to say. And I have to be like, no, you can't say that here.
Because you created a boundary.
Yeah. Well,
Is that what you're saying?
I'm
You
saying-
feel like the athletes are going to go over that boundary because there is a boundary?
a couple of them, no,
don't take advantage of this?
a couple of them. Well, some of my former baseball players would do it just to get underneath my skin because they knew I would say something, and it was like
Sure.
it was a game, but I knew they weren't real serious about it. I don't know. It's just maybe I'm just getting older and more crotchety. I think we've said that before.
It's probably part of it, right? It's got to be part of it.
A little bit.
It naturally is. I find myself looking at younger athletes and being like, really? Like,
Yeah.
is that really how you're going to, like, portray yourself in this athletic training room? Like, that's very, I'm getting old. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely been those moments. In my life.
Okay, so how about I got to ask the pillow situation that I walked into, and there was like an athlete, and they were using 3 pillows. I mean,
So,
is
and I
that
think
is there a limit on how many pillows you can give a kid? Now, if they hurt their knee or their ankle and you're elevating with them, but I think this is just I'm laying on 3 pillows because
I never had pillows.
you never had pillows in your athletic training room. Is
No,
that a real
towels.
is that a real thing?
Yeah, I had
Like
towels.
pillows?
I had towels. Towels on towels on towels.
My mind is blown right now. Do you guys watching at home, real quick?
No pillows.
Do you have pillows in your athletic training rooms? Holy shit! I'm writing this down. This is going. I'm going to tweet it out right now. Live streaming tweet here.
Unless you think like a bolster is a pillow or something.
No,
I know what you're saying because I've obviously been in your athletic training room many times.
holy cow!
Yeah, no, we didn't have pillows.
Our athletes are
We had
spoiled
the,
as
we had the
F.
prone pillow, which I hated. Couldn't stand that thing. Still can't stand that thing. It's only good to bolster up something else. So the answer is 0. You get no pillows. That's how many pillows you're supposed to have. None. Just lots of towels and stuff to bolster people up. I will say, you bring up though that having fun in the athletic training is one thing, but your athlete that's coming in there to Chad, like, could we do some like heat and stim on my back? It's a little tight. When what they really want to do is just find somewhere to lay down for 15 minutes.
Yeah, and athletes are falling asleep.
That is annoying. And
Okay.
but I have no problem. See, and this is what I think, if you create a world of like open conversation and having fun and like swearing and this and that, I can also walk up to that athlete and hit him and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, wake up. Are you getting treatment or are you taking a nap? If you want a nap, go find somewhere else.
My go-to is when they're getting real locked in on the pillows and comfortable, I'll be like, oh, do you need a drink with a umbrella in it?
Yeah.
Is there anything else I can get for you? This is like a country club now?
Well,
I ask if it's a country club.
You are the king of like Gatorade slushies. And,
Oh, it's so
you know.
good. I had 2 today. All right, so my mind's blown. I learned that you never had any pillows in any of your athletic training rooms. That's friggin' incredible to me.
Just
That's
towels.
107 episodes in, and that's like the most shocking thing I've learned from you. That's
I mean,
so
if
cool.
I've had a pillow, I didn't know. Seriously,
God.
I have no idea. I have never had a pillow.
Okay, and so then this does tie into the top 5. Like, what's the average amount of time? You would think that the friendlier your atmosphere is, the longer those athletes are going to spend time there.
Mm-hmm.
That 1 hour or plus situation is going to be more frequent. And man, don't you guys have classes or need to study or do something? You're going to be in the athletic training room for 2+ hours. In fact, somebody said. We had one person say all day, and somebody else said 6 hours. And
All day.
6 hours.
All day. How long are you in the athletic
That
training?
must have been
All
an
day.
athletic trainer, not an athlete.
How'd they get that survey?
Yeah, so it is.
Yeah,
That's-
and I mean, I think your world's a little different too. There needs to be different rules in
go to class.
college athletic trainers, and or athletic training rooms, and there needs to be different rules in high school athletic training rooms than professional ranks. It's totally, yeah. And I will say,
Maybe you only have one treatment table in there. You're not letting people hang out in the high school setting. Maybe you have 2. Like in our situation, we got 12 tables, and it's whatever.
I mean, I don't know. I as an athletic trainer that was in tiny athletic training rooms in minor league baseball, I loved it when guys were in there. I mean, like, and then they knew when they were in the way because it was, dude, you're in my way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Move.
Now,
shake,
if it
get
was,
out the way.
if it had everything to do with like they were having inappropriate conversations, like I would literally just be like, go have this conversation somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I think part of that is because I allowed them to have some, I don't know, comfortability in my room. So there was this give and take of like, oh, Kevin told us to leave. I should probably leave.
Yeah, I just think this is the fun part of athletic training, of how many different scenarios you can come across in different settings. And
Yeah, and honestly, there's not a right answer in this. I could be very, very wrong in certain situations.
well, that's why we want, people on the live stream so we can hear what your situation is. And like, as you listen to this on the replay or watch it on YouTube on the replay, tweet at us or whatever and let us know what your situation is, because it's fun. Like, these are the conversations I want to do a live show, at an NATA convention or come to schools across the country. We want to travel and meet people and just, that's fun. This is fun. This is why we started this podcast. It'd be like, hey, do you have this in your, like, me finding out that you don't have pillows. That's why we're doing this podcast.
It's just interesting.
It's so fun. It's so cool to hear, like,
You've been in, well, at least one of my athletic training rooms.
yeah, really, you guys, I've been in your dugout. I'm kidding. I've been through there
nodded,
once.
right?
Yes, I've been in there.
Who knows? Maybe Dave bought some pillows, and now there's some pillows down there.
Yeah.
He's probably getting all his athletes all freaking comfy.
Just another thing to clean and spray off in the COVID times right now.
oh my God, right? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, many COVID things.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Anything else on it?
No. I mean, I said what I had to say. I mean, I tend to consider it more of that friendly, open, come on in. But like I said, as I get older, I'm probably less like that and trying to not let the chaos in, whatever. So.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so hit that thing. Next week, so live streamers and then people that listen to this on the replay first thing Monday. So what we want to do for a feature topic next week, we're going to try something new.
Yeah.
We want to try an AMA, Ask Us Anything. You want to ask us a question about the podcast. You want to ask us a question on athletic training, how we handle certain injuries or rehabs or whatnot. I think our feature topic next week, our feature topic is going to be strictly questions you provide us. So join us on the live stream so you can ask them live, or if you're catching this before we live stream next week, which is the 25th at 8 o'clock Central, send us an email or tweet at us or DM us, whatever. The email is candid@gmail.com. You can find us on social media, candid_ATC. Give us your questions. We want to talk about what you want us to talk about next week. So that's going to be the feature topic. What else, Kevin?
Go to the website. Tell everybody to go to the website. Sign up for memberships. Somebody can't give us Ask Me Anythings for the live show unless they were listening to this right now, to be honest. And so therefore, go get your membership. If you know somebody that is a diehard fan of ours and they haven't gotten their membership, tell them to go get their membership. Or if you know anybody else that you would benefit from maybe listening to the podcast, tell them to check it out. And
the questions don't have to be athletic training related. You can ask us anything.
Honestly, anything you want. And so, check out the social media, Candid_ATC, CandidAthleticTraining.com, CandidAthleticTraining@gmail.com. And thank you for all of our members that are listening live right now. Great banter on the old comment section all day. And
thank you to Healthy Roster, www.healthyroster.com.
Love you guys.
Appreciate it.
Bye.